Let's talk about the gap versus the gain. Okay, the gap, as defined by these guys, uh, equals measuring yourself against where you think you should be. Okay, hey, you're doing 1 million, last couple of years, but we should be doing 2 million, and you're spending your time in that area. Okay. Good morning, Richard Nordheim. The gain, if we're living, say, in the gain, then we're measuring ourselves against where we used to be. The gap, we're measuring ourselves between where we are and where we think we should be. The gain is we're kind of looking back and saying, wow, look how far we come. So good morning, Kevin Hawthorne. Good to see you, buddy. Most people, especially high performers, live in the gap, that area above kind of where they are right now, right? And they're miserable even when they're winning. I suppose that is. Good morning, Dave Howard. Speaking of sunshine, yeah. So success doesn't fix the gap. Okay, it makes it worse. So, like, the more you achieve, the higher you raise the bar, right? We talked about that. Moving the goalpost, pushing the finish line, right? You move the goalpost every time you get close to it. What's going on? Like, you never feel like it's enough. Okay, so you hit a goal, instead of celebrating, you immediately go, yeah, but yeah. It's like when somebody gives you a compliment and you say, yeah, well, it really wasn't. Instead of just saying, thanks, I've come a long ways, right? Business revenue, fitness progress, parenting, relationships. Okay. You can be objectively winning and still feel like you're losing. Yeah, you're part of it, Dave. Glad you're here. I'll say that again for those of you in the back. Like, you could be objectively winning and still feel like you're losing. Anybody ever felt that way? Right? So, like I always say, there's cost to staying the same, right? Today, I'm going to say there's a danger of living in the gap. There's a danger of living in that gap, right? Creates constant dissatisfaction, kills momentum, leads to burnout, right? You're just kind of circling the drain all the time, and makes you overlook your actual progress. Like, you're not looking at how far you've come. And I'm not saying that to be woo-woo, but they reference some studies in this book where people that live in the gain are way happier than those that live in the gap, and actually enjoy more success over time. So if you're always focused on what's missing, you'll never see what's been built. All right. So let's say you contractors and entrepreneurs, frankly, out here in the group. So let's say you went from from say 300 grand to 1.2 million. Pretty good jump, right? But you're just pissed off because you're not at 2 million. Always celebrate small wins as you go, says Steve. Yeah, for the big goals. Yeah, as you go for the big goals. Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about the power of the gain, though. So this stuff's the gold right here. This is what I want to share with you. Okay, living in the gain means measuring backwards instead of forward. And I don't mean going backwards. I mean, again, looking back to say, wow, okay, hey, this is my third, I would say, full year in coaching. Look what I've been able to accomplish. That's what I'm looking at. Not looking at, well, geez, these other guys, they're way ahead of me. I've said this stuff. Well, they're a lap ahead of me. I'm focusing on them. Focus on me. Measuring backward instead of forwards, okay? Tracking progress, not perfection. Building confidence through evidence, all right? So the gain builds belief, all right? And belief is what drives everything, okay? How do you live in the gain? Well, first you drink some coffee and you track daily wins. What did I do today that moved me forward?